Hello everyone, let's review a wonderful Inglis Classic Yearling sale here at Riverside Stables. We had sun during the day, it was belting down, and then a huge storm late in the day, but the action was red hot in the auditorium. Sebastian Hutch joins me, CEO of Bloodstock here at Inglis. Seb, how do you reflect on it all? You must be pleased and proud of your team.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, there's a lot of effort goes into preparing for this sale in particular. We would inspect 2,500 entries for this sale, so to consolidate with vendors a catalogue of 808 and then have it work out as well as it has. I mean, clearance rate in the mid-80s, good turnover, lots of big prices. I suppose more importantly, great engagement from buyers. Broad cross-section of buyers is satisfying.
Yeah.
It's a relief, to be honest. And it's great to get the sales season started and we roll on to the Melbourne.
Yeah, and a little change in philosophy, putting the highway session in and mixing it in. So we would go from a horse that was, a hot lot that James Harron and Gai Waterhouse are interested in, and then we'd go to a country trainer. But it seemed like the vendors, everyone was really happy with it.
Yeah, we did a lot of work pre-sale to try and make sure that people could engage with the right horses. We want to try and make sure that as many people as possible are seeing the right kind of horses. And look, we'll reevaluate once we get the sales season out of the way, but the feedback at this point has been really positive. I think the majority of people are very pleased with the sale. It's been a selective market through the early part of the year, which we understood coming into this. Vendors were prepared for that. So I think for it to play out the way it has been, I think, a pleasant surprise to a lot of people.
Well, let's have a look at all the stats that have now come in. So this will no doubt be adjusted over time. So 81% clearance rate out of 808, it's unbelievable. 55 million, did you have a set target in mind?
That's above it. I can say that for sure and certain.
That's a tick.
Yeah, that's above the number, yeah.
Average of 94,000, that's about right?
So what we want to see is we want to see good turnover, and that turnover figure will grow. And we want to see good clearance. So clearance sits at 81. I think we're 87 for day one, 85 for day two, and mid-70s for day three and climbing.
Yeah.
We want to try and give as many vendors as possible the opportunity to sell. And certainly on the evidence of the figures to this point, it's worked out very well.
And thank you to Alma Vale and Kitchwin Hills for their partnership, providing all this data to us and all the stats and supporting us throughout our review. The top lots, there was a real buzz around $600,000 filly. In fact, look at those fillies at the top. The top three lots ended up being fillies.
Yeah, it's interesting because fillies really didn't feature on the first day of the sale.
Yeah. I think the top 8 were colts on day one.
Yeah. So, I think there's great demand across all of the mid part of the market upwards. You find in the second half of the market there's huge amount of supply, and that can affect demand in certain parts of it. There isn't the same urgency of demand in certain parts of the market, but those colts that vet well and profile up as nice trade horses or horses that go on and gallop to a good level and be stallions are hugely popular. And similarly, those fillies, as we've seen through the chairman's sale over the last number of years, the demand for well-credentialed fillies, be it fillies who are good-looking with good pedigrees or fillies that have raced to a good level, is incredible. And I think that drives a significant part of this demand for nice fillies. People know if they buy a nice filly and she can run to a good level, there's going to be a secondary market for her as a broodmare, and it's great for people.
Let's have a look at this top lot. It was lot 325, so it was yesterday on Super Bowl day.
Yeah, Super Bowl Monday.
The working title for this filly might be Tay Tay. $600,000 purchase. It goes to Yearling.
Yeah, Mr. James has been a fantastic supporter of the Australian industry as a whole, our business. They raced the full sister, well-credentialed looking 2-year-old with Chris Lees, who won a trial recently. This is a really, really sweet filly, a filly with a family that's got great chemistry with the Inglis business. In her time was offered as a yearling here at the Classic sale, her illustrious half-sister. This was a filly we were very, very keen to sell in the spring, and very grateful to Fred Moses, Peter Brown, the partners, for giving us the opportunity to do so. Mick Malone and Pauline Alex presented the filly in great order and sold really well.
It certainly did. And today, $420,000 for this North Pacific filly out of Sunlit, of course, the half to fully lit. It will be heading over to Japan. Or will it race here and then Japan? It'd be interesting to know.
I can't say I know the answer yet.
Yeah.
Satomi Oka, our Japanese rep, does a fantastic job promoting Australian racing in Japan. and has had wonderful engagement. A yearling that Tommy bought at the East Yearling sale back in April has already won as a 2-year-old in Japan despite a 6-month age differential disadvantage. Okay. So Satomi's a fantastic judge of bloodstock in her own right. And I think people are recognising more and more the quality of Australian bloodstock. Obviously the Yoshida family have been great patrons of the business here. Brilliant. But the reach is growing, and it's a fantastic compliment to Australian bloodstock that people from foreign jurisdictions want to come here and participate. This is a really excellent story because obviously Fully Lit's a high-class 2-year-old. North Pacific was an Inglis Premier Sale graduate, raced by Orbis, stands at Newgate Farm with Henry Field and Jim and co. And that's his highest price first crop yearling.
Fantastic. Great
result for him, or great result for that farm, great result for the stallion. And to John Hasler and Steve Morley at Glenlogan Park. They were good enough to sell Fully Lit with us last year. Probably hoped that horse would have made more. He was a 60 grand yearling. Wow. Galloped to a high standard. Well, I feel like we've repaid a debt to some extent today by getting that sort of price for that filly, so it's great.
Yeah, that's Fully Lit, $60,000 purchase, and those owners are about 1.4 million at the moment. Things are going beautifully. You mentioned Steve. Gemma caught up with Steve after the sale.
Steve Morley, you're delighted with that, 420,000, and you really did give that North Pacific benchmark a nudge.
Yeah, look, we're actually very strong supporters of North Pacific. We love him, and to get that for not only the farm but for Henry and the team, yeah, we're thrilled. What a great result.
You said you were managing expectations this morning. What were they, and how did they live up to them?
Yeah, well, it was that was up the top. I always that was in the hope bracket, the $400,000 plus thing. So. Just a great result for the farm, and real good justification that we're doing the little things right. We're mating them right, we're presenting them right, and they're getting the right results. So yeah, thrilled all round.
What was it like standing in the vendor box? It was a bit of a bidding duel going on from the back to the back of the ring, the front of the ring in the auditorium.
Yeah, I'm actually still not sure who bought the filly, but I know Tony McAvoy was the underbidder, and Tony gave it a great shake, and he's been a great supporter. So. Looking forward to finding out who got her, and I know they got a very special filly on their hands.
And it wraps up. That's the end of the classic sale for you this year. It wraps up a great sale for Glenlogan Park.
Absolutely, bought down 8, sold 8, averaged probably close to $130,000. And yeah, just always wonderful coming down here. Where the facilities are fantastic, the people are great, and it's such a professional outfit. We had a great time.
Bit of a relief as well to be finished.
Yeah, I'll be driving home with a smile on my face.
Great stuff. And I mean, just one final question. The mare Sunlit, you were talking how she might be a bit of a freak in terms of what she's produced, and it's from a $60,000 buy last year, Fully Lit, to make the 420 this year. She really is producing lovely horses.
Yeah, she sure is. I mean, Fully Lit was only a $60,000 purchase, but he was a lovely horse. He was just a late foal, and he's really developed now. I've seen him on TV, and I'm thrilled with how he looks. He's turned into the athlete that we thought he could be, and he's got a terrific outlook. He's got a great eye about him, and yeah, look, she's doing a great job, Sunlit. That's 3 from 3 that are good sorts, and the first 2 are stakes winners, and from what I see on that filly, there's no reason to think she won't be 3 from 3.
Hopefully you're offering a half to a Golden Slipper winner through Inglis next year from the mare.
She didn't have a foal the following year, but she's in foal to Zoo Star, so there's you got a couple of years, but we'll be back for sure.
Hopefully here. Nice to talk to you, Steve. Well done.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back, no doubting that, says Steve. Another highlight lot today. It was interesting, people assessing what would be the highlight lots. Did this surprise you at all, the big price for the Written Tycoon, Colin?
I think the brother might be a pretty special horse. Shangri-La Express, really good winning the Golden Gift. I got a phone call from the co-trainer in, I think, early September saying how many Alabama Expresses were we selling this year, because I think I've got a really, really good one.
And you went,
and I was like, oh, what's this horse? And she couldn't remember the name, but Mrs. Waterhouse reminded me later on about the story, and he looks like a really good horse. And look, I mean, you breed a mare like that to Written Tycoon. She's bred a high-class horse by Alabama Express, and you're ever a chance to breed another high-class one by Written Tycoon. He was a nice horse, and I think Yearling were pleasantly surprised by the demand for him. But mares with a proven track record of producing what look to be elite race horses are where people want to buy. They say, what is it, drill for oil? We've found oil before. Well, it's a very obvious example of it.
It's a good point you make. I need to apologise to your marketing team. They gave me a task of roaming Richo, and I think they sold a sponsor to it. I don't know if that sponsor will renew. This is the 3rd edition. Good luck.
I think it was most of our favourite part of the day. It was fantastic seeing that.
I don't know about that. Here's the 3rd edition. Rightio, Roaming Richo, day 3 of the Classic. Perfect place. Oh, they're up and about after yesterday. Top lot they sold. Team North. We asked for Pauline. She was unavailable. We've got Mick. Have a look at this. Hey, congratulations, mate.
Thank you, mate.
What an
Really,
effort.
yeah, it was amazing, mate. It was one of those great things in this game that happens.
And how did you celebrate?
Oh, look, we just had a couple. Pauline and I don't drink, so we entertained a few of the guys in the marquee, and we got home by sort of 9 o'clock, and we had here first thing this morning, mucking out at 5 a.m. and just ready to go.
Ready to go. Now, can we swap?
Let's do it.
Come on, brother. Here we go. This is outstanding.
Bonjour, ça va? Je m'appelle Jason. Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Lise.
I don't know what I said, but it sounded impressive. Hey, on the way to Coolmore, I just saw New Haven. Let's go and bump in and see if we can see the Kellys. Roaming Richo makes its way to New Haven. How are you, mate?
Good, Richo. How are you, mate?
Good. How's the sales been?
It's been good so far.
You've been picture perfect.
It's known as the happy tent, this tent.
Right. How many did you? What was when you were absolutely heaving? How many did you have in here, and how's the catering going? Costing you a fortune.
It is. It's terrifying.
Simon Zara, can you put that back, please? Can you put that back? It's Dad's birthday today. Oh, he'd be so proud of Wayno, wouldn't he? Newgate once again have been absolutely brilliant at this sale. So see if I can maybe it's a hot day. See if I can steal a drink from Henry. Oh, Henry Field's here too, mate. Oh, Roaming Richo. How
you going?
Neve's just taken off. Neve, don't be scared of me. I'm going to follow you. How are you?
You can chat to Henry. I'm good here in the corner.
Right.
How are you, mate?
What does Neve do?
Neve does everything. She runs our broodmare consignment. She deals in sales. She does bloodstock evaluations. Does everything. You need something done, Neve. She's an all-rounder, but a star.
It's 40 degrees. Everyone's sweating, but you are crisp, cool, and magnificent. What's your secret?
Mate, after many years of being at Yearling sales, you learn you've got to stay cool.
Does that mean you just don't do a lot of work?
No. It's been a great sale. We've sold everything but one passed-in horse. I'm hoping, anyway, we have 100% clearance.
Mate, you good?
I'm very well.
That's our broadcast tent over there. Yeah, there's the geniuses that actually put it all together. Winks Philly, talk to me.
You mean Taylor Swift going to the Super Bowl?
That's what it's going to be like. Your team, are you ready for the amount of cameras that will be on your team?
The excitement hasn't really hit yet. We've got a couple of weeks ahead of us, but she's a lovely, lovely filly. We are thrilled to be selling her. And I think when we hit the sales complex here, there'll be lightning and thunder and fireworks. You'll never see anything like it. It'll be really exciting.
Well, this is the first interview of 955,000 you'll do before Easter, mate. Good luck with it all.
First and the best.
Good on you,
See you,
brother.
man.
So we'll go and catch up with Anthony and Katie. Oh, my Lord. How good is this? Suddenly my day's looking a bit better.
It's the thing that we do at Widden Taco Tuesday. Katie's always got the best. And there's always, everyone's welcome.
Mate, it is fantastic. How's the sale been?
Great. Lots of horses here. Been busy, but going really well.
Katie, what's been your highlight?
We had lots of new people down here every day.
Yeah, the big guns at Easter. We've got a really good draft. Some very exciting horses there. Obviously, Zoo Star's the man. So we've got a great draft of Zoo Star yearlings for Easter, and we're set for a big time. Enjoy your taco, mate.
Oh, that looks absolutely magnificent. I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm just hanging in Widden for the rest of the day, eating tacos, and hopefully something a little stronger than a water might be coming our way.
A nice glass of wine might do.
Well, why not? Roaming Richo, day 3 of Classic, done and dusted. Boom.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Welcome back to our review show. I'm with Fergal Connolly from Valiant Stud. Fergal, a fabulous sale for you and the team. $1 million in sales that you've hit now on day 3.
Oh, it's fantastic, Gemma. We're over the moon. Couldn't be happier for the clients that are involved in these horses with us. They entrust us to prep them for this sale. Specifically, a lot of these horses were targeted for the classic sale, and we're just astounded by the results here. Great owners, going to great homes.
$300,000 for your top lot. That was today, the Farnan out of Sauvignon for Joe Motherway, who was just delighted his daughter was here. Her first sale. It's a bit of a trap, I think, but he was so happy.
She's super excited. I think Sarah's hooked for life. Joe loves it. Joe and Lloyd Walker are involved with this horse. We bought the mare for very good value, and she's been super to us so far. A lovely stakes winner with her first foal, and now this fella gets to go on with it and improve the pedigree even more, going to George Moore, so we can't wait to see him in Hong Kong.
And China Horse Club Newgate, Go Bloodstock and Trilogy combined to buy your second top lot, $280,000 for the Farnan as well. Just great to see the owners that are supporting you.
Oh, it's huge. That horse is going to get every opportunity to shine. Lovely to be put through our draft. Good clients in Zhongli Thoroughbreds. Great to get a result for them. Good friend Jonathan Scully. So it's lovely to see him go to a good home, and hopefully he does very successful things for those guys.
What does it mean to you to have results like this? It's your 5th classic sale as the rain starts to come down. It's your 5th year selling, and I know you target this sale every year. What do these results mean for you as a young operation?
Oh, with the team at home just looking after these horses, Chris and Tyler doing such a great job. It means so much to them and ourselves and all the clients. It's a type sale on history, and it will tell you that a lot of race horses come out of here, and we just love to see the horses go through here and then hit the track and race.
Let's take a step this way so you don't get too wet. And just on the classic sale, what were your thoughts this week on the inspections? You were busy through the week. A lot of buyers here on the ground that you're happy with?
For sure. Footfall was up this week on last year. Last year we combined with lovely friends of ours, Richard and Kim at Mulladlass. This year they were out on their own, and I'm super excited for those. They had great results as the thunder and lightning hit. They did super and in their own right, and we are so happy to be back here and offering good horses again.
So we'll see you here next year. You're going to go back to the farm. Looking forward to that and getting ready with the next draft.
That's it. We go back and assess the weanlings we have on the ground at home, see which horses we can target for this sale again next year, and bring back down to classics so we can get some great results and get them in great homes.
But we've survived a bit of a storm passing over us, so we'll let you go and enjoy the success you've had at this sale. Can't wait to see you next year.
Thank you, and thanks so much to Inglis and everyone involved. Gemma, yourself, and the whole team have done an outstanding job, and we look forward to be back next year.
Better let you go before we get completely stormed out. A big thank you before I let you go, Fergal, to John Kelly and the team of New Haven Park Stud. They've sponsored all my interviews, Fergal, so big thanks to them, and they'll be supporting us throughout the year on Sale Day Live. Richo, back to you and back to Sebastian, and Fergal, we'll see you next year.
Oh, with a bit of luck. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Jem. She's done an amazing job, and she will be very busy going towards Melbourne, and then, of course, back here for Easter. Can I just touch on Easter for a moment? Because you know what I want to talk about. This Winx filly. How's the momentum building towards her?
The volume of engagement we've had in the sale as a whole, and specifically that filly, has been, I don't want to say overwhelming to this point, but been fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, we've had contact from any number of different jurisdictions that ordinarily we'd have some level of engagement from, but at the sale.
Yeah.
Whereas the volume of pre-sale engagement as a consequence of the presence of this filly just seems to be abnormally high. We've had specific inquiries, vague inquiries, lots of interest, and she's I say the same thing to every person. They say, oh, what's it like? I say, well, the best way I could describe this filly is that if you saw it independent of knowing what it was in a paddock, you'd say, what's that? That's a nice horse.
Okay,
it'd get your attention if you didn't know what it was. I think her appeal is only enhanced by the fact that she's displayed a lot of the personality characteristics of her mother.
Oh, wow.
She's abrasive in the stable, somewhat competitive around her peers. You know, was I don't want to say a bully in the paddock, but exercised some authority in the paddock. And obviously you take a heightened interest in these kind of things because of her profile, but these are all characteristics that were displayed by her mother when she was a young horse, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But certainly the level of interest at this point has been extraordinary, and hopefully we can. We've said to the connections the whole way through, we want to make sure they have a good time.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can do that.
I think they're going to have a good time because the marketing all around it's fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, the best of the best. So how do you celebrate the daughter of Winx? Well, we start with the men that called the great girl in Winx in action. Now, here's a little snippet. This will whet your appetite. You'll see long form on social media. Check this out.
It was a very surreal moment in horse racing that she was treated like a sporting superstar, a celebrity that everybody wanted to see.
The great race calls are the ones that are not prepared. And I still think my best call that I've ever done was Winx's second Turnbull. She was in awful trouble. But somehow, she just saw a little bit of daylight, bang.
Winx down the middle, Kings will dream at the 100, it's getting desperate. Now Winx is storming home, Winx over the top. Oh, she's too good, they can't beat her.
And that was purely what I felt at that moment.
What I think made her so special was the ease that she did it in.
But all conditions, all distances, all challenges, here's Sweet 16 for Winx.
Chautauqua was my all-time favourite horse. Chautauqua couldn't hold a candle to her.
So the Pierrot filly comes along now out of Winx, and how mouthwatering it is to think that the Winx story continues, and possibly I'll get to call the next chapter.
History is about to happen.
History is about to happen.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So there's a little teaser. Check out the long form. You'll see it all on social media for everyone at Inglis. So, mate, well done. I love it.
Thanks. Oh, no, it's going to be good fun. They've done a great job with the promotion so far. There's a lot more to come. And I mean, obviously the focus is going to be on this filly, or to a certain extent the focus is on this filly, but the catalogue as a whole is, you know, I will go as far as to say almost overwhelmingly good.
Yeah.
You know, all the vendors that you got to see today, whether it's Newgate, Coolmore, Widden, you know, New Haven, every farm has good yearlings going to Easter, and you know we work hard with vendors to try and put together the best catalogue we possibly can for the sale, and for it to have manifested itself the way it has, and for the response to it to have been what it's been. It's hard not to be really excited about it, and you know, hope that we can be offering champions of the future at that sale in a couple of months' time.
And bring on Melbourne first. You've still got another big sale in between. We make our way to Inglis Premier now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's arguably the most underrated sale in the country, and the performance of graduates at that sale has been nothing short of incredible. You think that the reigning Everest winner came out of that sale, a $70,000 yearling. I mean, everybody wants to talk about trying to find value in the market. Well, there's no better example of that. And right across the board, it's a sale that's going to make a lot of appeal to a broad cross-section of people. You know, the volume of interest in that sale has been as strong as it's been for some time. A significant number of international guests coming for that sale already. There'll be a lot of people going home from this sale looking to try and shop again, and be back at Oaklands in a few weeks' time, and it'll be good fun.
Well, you have a drink tonight, relax, and you and your team, well done, and then get ready to launch into Inglis Premier, and that's where we will all see you next. Thanks so much, everyone, for putting all of our reviews together. Thank you to Almavale and also Kitchwin Hills. I hope you've enjoyed it all. We look forward to your company at Inglis Premier down in Oaklands in a couple of weeks' time.